Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the Netflix of coding. More dopamine than your average blunt. You know what I mean. Auto start is disabled for this event. Shut the fuck up. How is your day? It's Friday. It basically means that just another day. Just another day. Because there is no weekend for people like me. You know what I mean? We keep going. Let me quickly tweet like that. And then, of course, my hands are cold and I have a new keyboard. It's basically the cocktail of failure. But we don't care, right? Alright, let me see what's going on here. Who's here? Lazar, of course. No sound, no linear sound. 10MS, the hacker man. Talk. You crazy. Yes. Lamur, what up, man? I'm touching my love handles, by the way. What the fuck's going on? Randy! Is the music fine? Of course. Osama Ibrahim! Man, you all have cool names, man. That's crazy. Game server for what game? Any game. Any game. Any game. I have... My lats are pumped up today, guys. Not gonna lie. What's your keyboard? It's the Corsair KGB Mini. 60%. It's... I don't know. I just bought it. because it has linear switches and I want to type a linear... Alright, so... what am I doing here, actually, to be honest? Why am I in full screen? Why? Hey, is this the real Anthony or the scam one? I don't know. What do you mean? Diego Stamingi. The scam one. I don't know, man. Let me know what you mean by that. Happy to resolve. Let's go, Ahmed. Okay, cool. Let me quickly, boom, zoom square, just like this. Let's do clustering, console integration. I know, Alex. We're gonna do that very soon. Clustering with console. Just like Proto Actor does it. I know. But man, what's going on here? Araki, you are an inspiration for me. Thanks for your good content. It's really helpful. Thank you. Because like I said all the time, me would be nothing without you. Alright? Okay, guys. So what we're going to do today, the plan of today is basically we're going to make a game server, right? How our game server is being built. We're going to write it in Golang because, in my opinion, one of the best languages to do that. We're going to make the client very simple. And I was thinking to make the client also an actor thing, but we're not going to do that because reasons. But the server side is going to be with actors because we have a lot of state. And with a lot of state comes a lot of hate. A lot of reading, a lot of writing, a lot of concurrency. That's basically screaming for actors. Yes, it is. Oh man, I don't know what it is. I still have these anxiety things, man. It's so crazy. What's going on? All right, but before we, by the way, guys, before we start, of course, I'm going to do some self-promotion, right? Like I already told, a lot of people already know this, I'm building the full-time GoDev program. And it's basically a program specifically for people that are willing to be a Golang engineer professionally, right? It's basically a lot of experience from me. It's in there and it's a lot of content. It's in pre-sale. It's not 100% complete yet. We are covering Go introduction, mastering concurrency. We're going to build a JSON API project, a big one, fully completed already. We're going to build microservices. I'm going to release what it's going to be free on YouTube, right? One episode of that is going tomorrow or maybe Sunday. It will be on YouTube. So you're going to see what it is. It's going to use Kafka. We're going to make something crazy. Like I said, it's nowhere to be taught, only here. And my treat to you is the complete blockchain from scratch, not from YouTube, but another one. And of course, we have a chapter of how to land a job. Let me quickly show you this, and then we're going to continue. Hop, boom. This is basically in the teachable thing, what's already online, introduction to Golang, all that stuff. Mastering concurrency, what's going on here? Can you guys actually see this? Because yes, you can. Mastering concurrency, practical example, and then That's basically for the people that do not know Golang very well. A little bit of warm-up, right? A little bit of warm-up, a little bit of these 100 kilo squats, you know, warm-up, of course. And then we go to the JSON API backend, which is 20 episodes. It's going to be more because it's going to be updates. All that stuff, authentication, all the shenanigans, pagination, filtering, architecture decisions. And then we're going to build microservices. I'm working on that right now. 2 episodes already coding the OBU data center. What is an OBU data center? Nobody knows. You're going to learn what it is in the course. Yada, yada. All right. In pre-sale, by the end of the month, it's going to be completely done. Get 30% off right now. Okay, cool. Close. Time for some real shit. The blockchain course, yes, on YouTube. Is it worth to watch it? Yeah, everything is worth to watch, you know. So we're gonna make okay, cool. We're gonna make a directory, right? We're gonna say mkdir. It's gonna be game server. Game server. I'm thinking already. cd game server. Boom, hop. And I'm thinking, let's do Vim here, right? Boom. We're gonna make the. Man, it's too loud. And that's too quiet. Enter file name. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to make a directory. We're going to say the game client. Game client. Is the font okay? Otherwise, I bump it up. Game client. We're also going to make a new folder. It's going to be the game server. Just like that. Of course, we're going to have something. No, this is going to work. We're going to make a make file. Yes, just like that. Man, hands are so fucking cold. What's going on? A make file. So we're going to say. I have no clue what we're going to say because I don't know. Maybe it's going to be client, just like that. Go build -o. It's going to be game _ client. No, it's not true. It's going to be bin/client game _ client /main.go. Something like that. We're going to copy this thing. Paste it in here. We're going to call this server. Server like that. Late to the party. Party is just getting started, man. It's happy hour right now, so it's fine. Game client is going to be game server, yeah, just like that. That's fine. The next thing we're going to do, let's start with the client. We're going to use. So I was thinking to make the client also using WebSockets. WebSockets also using the actor model, but the problem is then we are writing our client also in Golang. We don't want that, right? We want to have a client that basically can send WebSocket events from whatever. Unity, Unreal, Bevy, Godot. Hey, I know them all. Let me think, because I have no clue. Like I said, this is basically on the fucking fly. Game client, let's do it like that. We're going to make a main.go file here. Boom. Is the font okay, or maybe one tick higher for the blind homies? Let me sit comfortably in my electric chair. Microphone, OCD. All right. First thing we're gonna do is something. We're gonna say go get GitHub. GitHub.com is gonna be Gorilla WebSocket. Socket my. Yes, that's fine. Boom. Go mod in it first, of course, right? And DM, and it's gonna be, let's call it game server or something, right? Simple. Let's keep it simple because nobody's gonna use it anyway, right? Go mod in it, yada yada yada. Enter, fine. Go get github.com/gorilla WebSocket. But Gorilla it's archived, Anthony. What are you doing? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. Like the problem is my thing of my keyboard is it's not perfect, but hey, we cannot cry. I'm thinking here real quick, so let me try to do. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna try to make it work first, and then we're gonna make it better, right? So we're gonna do a for loop. Let's first make this connection here real quick. Error is gonna be WebSocket.dialer. Yeah. WebSocket.dialer. Do we need to do something? I think we need to give it this read timeout stuff. Yes, yes. Oh, yes, it's importing it for me. Oh, amazing, amazing. So it's going to be This is really annoying. I need a new wrist thingy. We're gonna say read buffer size is gonna be, I don't know, 20, something like this. We're gonna copy that. And we're gonna say the write buffer size is gonna be the same. And then we're gonna say that the connection error is gonna be dial server vs server end point, something like that. If there is an error, and that's not nil, log fatal error, just freeze. That's a connection, that's fine. Const vs server endpoint, that's going to be ws localhost, I don't know which port, 40k or something. 40k, I mean 40,000 /ws, because yeah, it's fine. The cool stuff is gonna happen soon, guys. Soon. First dopamine. Not enough arguments. That's gonna be a handler, no. And that's gonna be the HTTP header, which we don't care about. Let's do a server tick or something like that. Can we do that? It's gonna be a var. Server. The thing is, it doesn't matter. We're gonna fix that later on. Using UDP protocol or WebSocket, just WebSockets. You can use any protocol you want. It doesn't matter. You're gonna see later on. Actually, to be honest, we need a type first. We're gonna say. So basically, what's gonna happen is we're gonna build a client. We're gonna mimic a client, right? Which basically, first of all, we're gonna connect to a lobby or something, and then if you are in the lobby, we're gonna. So it's gonna authenticate with the server, gonna put us in a lobby. If you are in a lobby, we can start a game, right? So we need to mimic that. So basically, you're gonna say maybe a login message or something. This is really annoying. What's going on? Like, this was not tomorrow. Shit, now it's broken. Fuck that. I'm fucked. Game's over. They're gonna be a struct. I'm gonna say client ID or something. A client ID, which is going to be an integer JSON. We're gonna send JSON. I know, maybe it's gonna be proto buffer or something most of the time. But we're gonna keep things simple first, right? So we're gonna say client ID. That's fine. Maybe a username or something. I don't know. Yeah, why not? String JSON. Something like that. How are we gonna do this, eh? A login. What's going on here? A con, which is gonna be a pointer to a WebSocket. Data maybe. Data login. Do we care about the error? Maybe. Com dot. How do we do that? Write JSON. Write control. Whew. Con write JSON is gonna be this data thingy. Look at how easy this is. To be honest, actually, let's do something else. I'm gonna make it a little bit better. I can already see some improvements. Let's make a client, the game client here. It's gonna be a struct. Client ID is fine. We're gonna have this client ID privately. This is so fucking annoying. This hand rest. I need to find something else. Client ID integer, and then we're gonna say maybe a username or something. I don't know. String. Func new. Can be public, private game client. No need to export that. I don't care, man. This username. String. Pointer? Why not? Return game client ID rand int n mat max int username easy. Yes, we're gonna attach these functions to our bad boy. Do we connect this the socket thing here? Maybe we can. You can say there's gonna be a websocket.con here. All fine. Look at this. It's already getting better, right? I have good ideas already. G. I'm gonna make this client real quick. C. Game. Client. I want to see things on the terminal, guys. I want to see things on the terminal. Can we do connect? Error maybe? C. Com. Wait, let me think. So this is fucking dialer here. I think I'm gonna do it otherwise. We're gonna just put the com into the here. New game client com websocket.com. You could make it an interface so you can do whatever the fuck you want. I know. But that's not the case for today. Yeah. It's gonna be C. It's gonna be the client. It's gonna be a new client. Help. Connection. James. Why not? He's gonna play a game. C login. Actually, to be honest, we don't need this for loop here. No. I should return a response. Do we care about that? Maybe. If this error, and that error is not null, I'm gonna log, yeah, fatal. This error, undeclared new client. Why? Because it's a game client. All right, login. We don't have this function. That's fine. Center the screen. C game client login. Error. C connection. Write me JSON. You hardly know her. What are we writing? I'm gonna do it directly. We're gonna embed it directly, like login. Just like that, right? It's gonna be client ID probably, just like that. It's gonna be C, the client ID of this guy. And then it's gonna be the username, which is gonna be C username. Easy peasy, right? Login. Missing return. No problem. Fix that right now. Sweet. Gorilla 1 works fine, and you have the one by yesterday. Yeah, by the way, Gorilla, like I said, guys, check the GitHub repository. Everybody's, oh no, it's archived. It's archived 7 years ago. You know what I mean? Check the GitHub repository. Legit 10 commits, bumping the version, making it compatible with all the new Go versions, and that's it. It's going to work, and it's going to keep working forever. Nobody's going to change WebSocket protocol. There is no fly that's going to fly into the engine. Nothing's going to happen. There is no rust. There is no oil that needs to be changed. It's all fine. It's going to work fine, and it's going to work fine until the day we are going to die. Because the poles are shifting. The South Pole is going to become the North Pole. And when that happens, which we are already overdue, right? It's already overdue, so it can happen right now, it can happen in 10 minutes, and it can happen in 100 years from now. And that's the moment we all gonna die, all right? And until that not happening, you can still use Gorilla WebSockets. It is what it is. All right. So we can log in. Beautiful. Can we do a make? Of course not gonna work, but I wanna make. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm impatient. Oh shit, I forgot something here in the make file. Whoop. First of all, we're gonna muck this thing. We're gonna say /bin client. Easy peasy, right? I'm gonna copy this, paste it in, app server, call it a day. Client, dyslexic writing, right now, boom. Connection refused, of course, right? But hey, dopamine, very important. Okay. So first of all, we have a game. We open it up, League of Legends. What's gonna happen? It's gonna connect to the lobby, right? Check if you're not banned, right? And all that stuff. And then you're gonna play the game, right? So, but first of all, we're gonna make the server. Okay, cool. So we're gonna say here a new file. A new file. What do we need here? We need this amazing repository. Best Gorilla WebSockets promotion ever. Yeah, but guys, you need to understand that. Don't be so panic. Don't panic. What do I need to use? Do I need to use this? Oh, you forgot to close your web. You forgot to close your channel. You just don't do that. It doesn't matter. Guys, it really doesn't matter. You just need to have fun, build things, and if it really needs to be good, then you will make it good. Everybody knows how to make something good if you're already 80% or 70% in a project, right? But it's all gonna be fine, right? Gorilla, I know it. It's in my head how it works. I don't need to look things up. I can just boom, boom, snap, pa, pa, ta, pa, ta, 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 pa, ta, pa, ta, pa, ta, pa. You know what I mean? That's the thing we need. We need this orchestra, right? Guy with the drums, pa, 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 something like that. That's what we need. No nitpicking and ChatGPT. No, not here. Not on this channel. Damn, this was actually good stuff and I didn't record this. God damn it, Anthony! Let me start. Fuck, I'm gonna record this thing. It's fine. It's fine. What's going on here? Okay, the game server. That's what we're doing here. We need this beautiful library. It's gonna be go get GitHub. And it's gonna be Hollywood. We need to do go mod tidy because something is borked. I know that. Go mod tidy real quick here. Boom. God mod. We are in the God mod. Alright, so what we're gonna do is this is our backend. This is our server. It's gonna be a distributed. It's gonna be an actor thing, right? So what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be interesting because we are WebSockets and an actor. How is this gonna work? You're already choking. I'm here to save you from that. You know? I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. But first of all, we're gonna make our beautiful type game server. Look at that. And the question already comes up, why do you make this game server capital if you're never going to use this? Because I like to have my types capitalized. But Go means that this capitalized is public. Fuck, I don't care. If Rob Pike comes with his army to pitchfork me about this, I don't legit care. I'm going to write every single struct in my life is going to be capitalized. But the Go community, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm the community. You know, who's else there? Nobody. I'm the community. I'm making the metas, I'm setting the trends, and nobody else. I'm so sorry. That's what it is. It's smart programs, right? I mean, what's going on? I cannot even do this. Yeah, all right. So we're going to have a game server. We're going to have some state, of course. We're going to have other actors, yada, yada. But we're going to make Funk a new game server. Yeah. It's going to return an actor.receiver. Save this. It's importing it. We're going to return this game server a pointer to this thing, right? Just like that. It's going to be fine. Then we're going to say, we're going to implement our receive function. We already did this. We know how it goes. We're going to say G or S from server, game server. But I want to make these variables more clear. But here is the variable. You know what I mean? People say, why is S? What is S? S is the game server. You know? The game server. It's easy. Receive. See? Pointer to an actor context. Fine. We don't do anything, right? Because we're going to say here, E It's going to be a new engine, an actor new engine. The pet of this boy is going to be spawn me. Spawn me. Spawn me. Spawn me. The new game server. Yeah, like that. And then we're going to give this a name, which is going to be the server. It's fine. We don't need the spit, by the way. We don't care about the spits, of course. I'm thinking, because what we need here... Could not import this, don't worry about that. How is there 72 guys? I remember barely 20. I know, man. We are leveling up. We're leveling up, guys. Welcome, everybody. Girls and everything in the spectrum of these two. Everybody is welcome. No discrimination. So I'm thinking, so what we need, we have WebSockets, right? So basically going to connect to our game server with WebSockets. Why? Because it could be anything, but I mean, this is going to be some kind of a generic game server, which you could which you could attach to any kind of project, JavaScript, TypeScript, Unity, Bevy, Unreal, Godot. I already named these things, right? Or just OpenGL stuff, or Vulkan or something. We're gonna spawn this server, but we need a couple things we can do, right? There's already dilemmas, right? And then basically what people do if there is a dilemma, because one could be better than the other, but we are not sure, and then you're going to go to Google and search it and read. No, you're just going to pick one of the other. So I'm going to make, to keep things going, it's very important. You can swap things later on. So we're going to say here, handle WS. It's going to be a W. Let me center this real quick, which is not done. And we're going to call this an HTTP response writer. Then we're going to have an R pointer to an HTTP request, right? Because why we have a WebSocket and we need to upgrade this thing, right? So we're going to say here, this is annoying. I know HTTP 7. It sounds weird, but it's HTTP, right? It's going to be HTTP. I mean, you will see. You will see. Also going to be S. Handle this VS, right? Because we need this connection, right? Wait. Wait, I'm choking. Sometimes it happens, right? So no, I'm gonna do it differently. I need this. Actually, I can copy this. I'm gonna put this in here. Man, this is a big mess already. What's going on? Of course, it's gonna Borg. I know. This is gonna be S. It's gonna be a game server. I'm gonna try to attach it to the same thing real quick. Handles the upgrades of the WebSocket, something like that. Some documentation that nobody cares about, but hey. Con R WebSocket upgrade. Now we need an upgrader. Or is this is probably deprecated, I think. It's gonna be WR. I'm pretty sure it's deprecated, by the way. It's not. HTTP header? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, we cannot do that. Main server. Can we do this? No. 1024, 1024. Just deriving stuff. If R is not null. Because this is an actor, right? Guys, you need to understand something. What I'm going to do here is this. Panic R, right? You need to understand. How does the actor model work? The actor model works basically, not always, but it's a principle that if something is going wrong, you just panic. Because the supervisor in this library, basically under the hood, the supervisor is going to reboot this server. But that's always good. But what else you gonna do here? You know what I mean? Maybe, actually, to be honest, panic would be here very, very nasty if I think about that. So I'm gonna basically do an fmt println here. And because we cannot, other people cannot be penalized by somebody that basically does not know how to handle WS sockets. Or need to send decent stuff. Whatever. I'm gonna print the R. WS, we're gonna say WS upgrade error so we know what's going on. Upgrade R, something like that, right? And then we're gonna return here and call it a day. Can't declare time not used, that's fine. So we're gonna say in this game server, we're gonna hold the connection. No, we don't. No, we don't, guys. I have the best idea ever. It's gonna be a session angle. It's gonna be a session angle. You're gonna see. Why do you choose Golang for this? Because I think Golang is one of the best languages to do these things, right? One of the best languages. Very concurrent, easy to handle, everybody can read it. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is each time, let's see if this works. Let's first test this thing, right? We're gonna say fmt println. Let's do some dopamine in the console. We're gonna say R here, right? No, R, con, just print the con, right? So we could say also an fmt, actually to be honest, copy this, double paste this, because we're lazy. We're gonna say new client trying to connect or something. Boom. Okay, cool. The next thing we need to do basically is this receive method, very important. You know, I'm gonna say switch. MSG is going to be C context. I'm an idiot. It's gonna be C message. I'm gonna switch on the type. Case is going to be no, it's no pointer. It's going to be an actor started. Yeah, that's what we need. This actor started. That's what we need. This trigger, this message. Of course, this message we're not going to handle it right now. We're going to say underscore equals message to mug it for the compiler. We're going to need this message soon, but not now. We are going to basically. Are we starting our HTTP server inside of this boy here? Yeah, we could do that, right? Not quite sure it's gonna work. We're gonna see. Start HTTP. Go. Actually, do we need a go func for this? Maybe go func. Maybe. Quite sure it's gonna work. By the way, I have no clue. Slash WS. That's gonna be handle WS, I guess. And I'm gonna say HTTP listen and serve TLS. I don't think so. A port, and it's gonna be 40k, right? Not 40k. What out? 40,000. 40k. Actually 40k. And then there's gonna be null. Of course. Starting HTTP capitalize, of course, server on port hardcode all the things. Even I'm gonna read this. Look at that, easy. Maybe an error or something just because it's cool. You know what I mean? Actually, this is cringe. No, no, do that. Okay, each time we start the actor, we're going to say as start HTTP. Make server. Let me see what's going on here. No, we're gonna, yeah, actor. Do I need to do it like that? That's crazy. Hollywoods. Not quite sure why this is, to be honest. God damn it. Go get Zebu. The thing is, we're gonna actually, this main is gonna get exit, right? That's gonna be a problem. So we're gonna do, can we do a select here without having deadlocks? Not quite sure. We're gonna see, make server, otherwise we do time sleep. All right, it's working. So the HTTP server is running on port, arrow is cringe, yeah, it is. I'm so sorry, guys. This never happened, you know what I mean? We're gonna cut that. I'm not recording anyway, so we're gonna delete that from the stream. Starting HTTP server on port, that's fine. Process started, yada, 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 yada. Everything's fine. Yeah, can I do this? Yes, oh no, Ubuntu terminal, yeah. Oh, it's the same font, what's going on? Look at that, that's crazy. It's gonna... What's going on here, please? Font. CD game server. What we're gonna do here is let's make the server here, right? Okay, starting here, fine. Oh shit, look at that. It's maybe one more? Why not? I can swap. Look at that. And it's all thanks to the DevMiner TV from the community. Thank you so much. Because right now I'm using the Windows terminal instead of these other shenanigans I was using. And now I can actually do some cool stuff. Okay, that seems fine. Can we do make client? Is it gonna do something? It's gonna try to connect, right? Is that? Let me see. I forgot. Client may not go this one. So what's happening here? We're gonna try to dial. Yeah. And then we're gonna log in. Yeah, fine. Okay, cool. Make client. Let's see. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's already starting. Very good. Begin message. Probably a stupid error. What's going on here? Is this... I know it. Is it? Of course, I'm an idiot. I thought it was something with this connection, right? Connection is nil, guys. Nil pointer dereference. My bad. Make client. Let's go. Okay, cool. Do we see something in the server? Hey! Dopamine. Look at that. We have no clue what this all is, but it gives us... If your dad or your mom or your brother is watching right now, or your colleague is going to say, what the hell, this guy is insane. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Alright. The next step in the process. So we're sending this login message, right? That's the first thing we're gonna do. So we're gonna do this. No, we're not gonna permit. We don't need that. I'm confused. Server. Main. Alright. A problematic problem already arrives. And that problem is that we have a type we need to share. So we're going to make a new... Oh, deleting, that's not what we want. We're going to make a new file. It's going to be types, right? Yeah, types. We're going to make a new file. It's going to be types.go. We're going to open up real quick the main of the client here. Yes. I'm going to join this login thing here, right? I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that in here. This can be completely eliminated. We're going to make this. What's going on here? Types. Perfectly fine. Yes, so now we can share that, right? So this is going to be problem. Let me kill this screen real quick. Where is login? Here. Types.login. That's what it's going to be, right? Types login. Now we can share that. Undeclared name. What's going on? Can it not really not infer this thing? This actually, and I've Intel my other keyboard on it. So what the fuck's going on? Fine. This is the worst terminal ever. Do your parents watch your videos? No, they have no clue what I'm doing. They have no clue. They have no fucking clue what they're doing, right? They don't know what's happening. They don't know. No clue. Types, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is here, I probably need to say github.com NEM. How did we name this? Game server? Types. Alright, now it's fine. Now it's fine. The Go PLS, thank you very much. Now we can go to server here, right? And we're gonna do the same thing, right? So here. Yeah, so basically what we're gonna do, we have our, we're gonna recap, right? So we have our game server, which is an actor, right? Game server is an actor. This game server is going to have some underlying HTTP server just to upgrade the WebSocket connection, right? Somebody's gonna call that endpoint, a client from a cell phone or something, and we're gonna upgrade it. We're gonna have a connection with the upgraded WebSocket stuff, and then we're gonna spawn a session. Why game server is not actor.producer that returns actor receiver? So actor producer is basically a function that can produce a receiver, and a receiver is basically just returns a receiver. It basically means that I'm going to show you something, right? Look at this new game server. This new game server is basically, it's a function, it's actually a pointer, right? It's a pointer, it's a function pointer receiver, actually, to be honest. So what's going to happen is, what if I want to construct this actor? What if I want to construct my new game server with a username? Maybe some shenanigans inside, right? We can't, right? Even though our server is not even no error, it's crazy, but it's fine. We can't. If you want to do it like that, then you need to use the producer stuff, and then you can place in what you want, arguments based on your function. Right? If we have arguments in here, or one int, for example, right? Then it's not gonna work. But for some reason, look at this. It's crazy. Let me make server because, right? So cannot use game server because for some reason Go PLS is basically already vamos a la playa. You know what I mean? He's already gone. Yes, no. It's fine. So it's not gonna work, right? So then we can do this. Then we need to return a producer, if you know what I mean, right? Alright. What am I doing? I'm completely lost. Where's my compass? Alright, I got it. So what we need to do is yeah, so we start this HTTP server, and then we're going to start so each time somebody connects with this, each time somebody connects with WebSockets, we're going to start a player session, right? So yeah, a player session. That's what we need. Type player session. Of course, we could make multiple folders, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Player session. Is the font okay? Maybe take a tick higher. Yes. Look at that. Hey, isn't Gorilla deprecated by now? No, it's not deprecated anymore. It's never been deprecated. It's archived. But that doesn't matter because we are reviving the dead. You know what I mean? We are reviving the dead. It's actually, yeah. Player session. We're gonna return. We're gonna say username actually, right? It's gonna be a string. We're gonna store the username. We're also maybe gonna store a client ID, which is basically the ID of this user. In lobby, maybe it's gonna be a boolean, right? And then we can attach we can make another actor. It's going to be the player state, right? It's going to be the player state. What is his position and all that stuff, right? But first of all, first things first. You know what I mean? So client player session, that's fine. So we're going to make actually what this player session also needs is a connection, right? And that's going to be a websocket.com. Why? Because we need to respond to this this guy. You know what I mean? We need to. He's going to send us his position and we're gonna distribute that to all other players connected, all other sessions connected, right? So we need to have a way to respond. You know what I mean? Why do I see a lot of NVim and other Vim setups is better than using VS Code? It's not better, it's different. Sometimes I think VS Code is better in a lot of things. And sometimes I think NeoVim is better in a lot of things. It depends, right? For example, when I'm making the full-time GoDev program, by the way, fulltimegodev.com, for the people that want to level up as a Go engineer, want to be professionally active as a Go engineer, I'm building a full program, which is already in pre-sale, already done, almost already done, 30% off, check it out. There I'm using VS Code most of the time because I'm using Thunder client and all that stuff, and we don't have a Thunder client and in Vim, and it's yeah, but you could make a play. Yeah, but I'm not gonna set up all that shenanigans. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna happen, right? So then I'm using VS Code, right? All right. So we need to have a constructor for this little friend here. It's gonna be the new player session, by the way. New player session. It's gonna return a player. No. Look at this, Terry. By the way, Terry was a question. Why do now we're gonna return a producer? Actor.producer. So we're going to return a func that will return an actor.receiver interface. Why is it a receiver interface? Because it's receiving. That's the only method that exposes. And in this case, we can just return our player session here, right? Beautifully. So how are we going to construct this? We're going to give it a client ID. Is that true? Yeah. Client ID is going to be an integer. We're going to give it a username, a string. And we're also going to attach a connection, which is going to be a pointer to a web socket.com. Now we're going to fill in the gaps, right? So we're going to say the client ID is going to be the client ID, username, and the com is the com. Easy peasy. Try Emacs. No. We all tried Emacs, guys. Let's be honest. We all tried everything, right? We tried every editor. You know what I mean? We did everything. But I'm gonna give you the best tip. I'm gonna give you the best tip ever. Never change your setup for motivation. Never change your color theme or font for motivation. Never change to Vim for motivation. What do I mean by that? It's very important. It's not freezing. I'm just like this. I'm taking a couple seconds to think. Because a lot of people are changing setups because they see other people using these setups and they are going to get a little shot of dopamine by using Vim. It's going to give them motivation to code for a little time. They all want to know what color scheme I use because they want to use the same color scheme. So it's going to be motivated. And I get that point. I get that. But that can never be the trigger. Use NVim so you can be more productive. Switch to VS Code so you can be more productive. Use that color scheme so it's better for your eyes or something. Never do that for motivation because that's the wrong trigger. That's the wrong trigger. It's the same in games. League of Legends. Never play Teemo Jungle or something. Or never buy this special item that nobody buys, but this professional pro player does that. So you're going to do the same because you're going to... No. Only swap to things if they are really going to give you a benefit, or at least a benefit over time. You know what I mean? That's important. Don't swap to Vim just to be cool. Use VS Code or use JetBrains bullshit and use a Vim plugin if you want to use the plugins. You know what I mean? Muchos importantes. Gustavo Lima, de la Gaviria de la Gómez. Yes, this new player session. Man, this is so hard, this context swapping. What are we doing? Yes, this is the magic. So what's going to happen here? Wait. Yeah. First of all, what we're going to do here. Each time we start Each time we start our game server, we have a context here, right? This context. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that the S context, CTX, equals to this, right? We don't have that, I know, but we're going to do that, right? Where is the server here? Here, right? We're going to say the CTX here is going to be a pointer to an actor context. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Boom, right? So each time, the first time we start this is going to be received one time. As we spawn it, we're going to say context is this. Why? Because each time there is a new client connected here, what we're going to do is we are going to say gameserver.context.spawn child, and we're going to spawn. Let's first make the PS. What could be the PS? The player session. New player session. And we need something like the client ID. So how do we get that? Well, we're going to get that from... Wait. We cannot... It's fine. Damn. I was thinking, yeah, of course, we're gonna have a message with the login, but that's not true. This is going to be just an upgrade request. Well, change of plans. Change of plans. We are not going to adapt to our program. The program is going to adapt to us. Right? We are the Bob Ross. We paint a picture. You know what I mean? If the tree will be a cabin, then it will be a cabin. Right? We do what we want. That's very important. So we're going to make a new player session. We're going to actually directly do it in here. So we're going to say new player session, and we're going to pipe in this connection. You see, Terry, if you're still here, this is a new actor, but it's a producer, so we can put something in. Right? We're going to call this a player session. Wait, I have the best ID. Like I said, you see these ideas, they're coming on the go. No architecture, no board. They just jump into my mind. We're going to make this a session ID. Session ID, which is also going to be an integer, right? Which basically each time we have a new player session, we are going to generate that stuff, right? So we're going to say something like the session ID. Now I'm thinking, am I going to make the session ID in the player session if we make one? Yeah, why not? But then we don't... I'm gonna give it here. I'm gonna say session set from, not a guy from Ice Age, but the session ID, which is gonna be an integer. And I'm gonna say the session ID here is gonna be an integer, right? So you can already see, guys, that if I want to produce content on YouTube, we're already 1 hour in the stream. This takes time. And we have no shit. We have legit nothing. You know what I mean? But this takes time. You need to understand that. Right? So it's... I wish I could give you short content. I wish. I swear, if I could make 10-minute videos where you get a boner from, I would do it. But we can't. I can't. I need to type it all out. I'm not gonna copy paste stuff. That's so BS. You know, I mean, these things take time, but they are so valuable. Well, type is not an expression. I know. So it is what it is. It takes time. And only the people that are willing to stick to these videos, only the people that are willing to follow along, there is a good future waiting for you. New player session. Not enough arguments. Yes, that's true. So new player session. We're going to make this session ID. We're going to say session. I'm going to make a set, right? We're going to say a rand int n. Again, I'm going to do a mad max int or something, right? Don't make it too complex. And we're going to do this set in here with the connection, right? We're going to get a pit, right? This is the pit. This is basically the process ID of the player session we spawned. So that basically means for each player that's going to connect to our server through WebSockets, we are going to spawn a new actor as a child of the game server. So each player is going to have a replicated state as an actor, what I call the session, as an actor. You know, actors all the way. That's what we do. So we're going to say this, right? We could say something like this. fmt println printf, by the way. Changed my mind. We're going to say here, what is this question mark doing? We're going to say client. I have the dyslexic client typing. I always type client like this. It's insane and I cannot get it out of my head. Clients with sit %d and pit. It's going to be a %s because pit is a stringer. A new line because otherwise we fucked. And we're going to say sit pit. This is going to be just connected. All right. All right. So basically, this function is going to return, but the actor will be there. Whereas the actor is I don't know, in Hollywood. You know, he's acting. He's there. We registered him. We have his pit. We can call him. And then we're going to make a map of pits to just a map of player sessions. That does not need to be mutex locked because we are working with actors, right? That's going to games. But why is this font go? What is it doing? Make server. Main 23. Something is wrong with my PLS, by the way. I don't know what it is. What was the thing? 23. 23, my friend. What are you doing? Oh, wait. Cannot use end player session. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, of course. We're missing the receive method. We're missing the receive method. We need to implement that. Look at this, right? So I don't know what's going on. I was reading here actually, and I don't know, it's weird. We need to implement that for a session, right? Because it's each actor needs to implement the receive method. New player session here, yada. So we're gonna say func s maybe, or ps, or s, pointed to a player session, and we're gonna say receive, which is going to be a c actor. What's going on here? Context, right? And we're gonna implement it later on, right? So that's gonna work. Make server. Boom. Spawn child. What do we need? An opt func, a producer, and a string. Yeah, that's true. We need to name this. Right? We're gonna spawn the actor, and then we're gonna name this to. Oh yeah, that's why I make this session ID. We're gonna say set. It's gonna be a string, right? So we're gonna say fmt print s print, by the way, f session underscore percentage D pit. No, sit. Right. I know, guys, there's a lot of things to digest. I understand, but hey, this is where it's at. You know, this is the thing. All right, so our server is running in the open, right? So we have one actor spawned, which is the game server, and we have also our HTTP shenanigans going on, right? Then our client here, what he's gonna do is gonna connect, and then he's trying to log in, but we don't handle login because you're gonna see. This is actually amazing what I'm doing. You're gonna see. I have the best ideas already in my head. I'm the Magnus Carlsen from programming. The game is already played out. You know what I mean? I'm already challenger in my head. So game server, make client. Right? Boom. Of course, problematic problem here. But client, I need to bump this up. Client with sit and pit local server session. You see? Just connected. So we have an actor spawned specifically for that client, which we can replicate states. So we're going to make a player state and they're going to communicate with each other, right? Okay, cool. So we have that. Perfectly fine. Cool. So what is this? Exit. There's always a problem exiting these Vim thingies. Yeah. Clear. All fine. Clear this thingy. All right. Oh, this is huge, this font. I'm going to do it a little. Boom. This is better, right? Let me see, chat. Do you know how you can split your terminal in Windows Terminal, by the way? No. You mean like that? That's basically Vim splitting, right? But I know you could probably do it in Windows Terminal also, but hey. Colby Burger, reasons why you're the real deal, man. Hey, man. Take everything with a grain of salt, right? I know my ego and everything, but hey. There's a little bit of a character going on, you know what I mean? I cannot... If I was a dead mouse, I would not be the same. Anthony GG would not be the same person, right? Like I said it on Twitter before, my biggest talent is not programming, right? My biggest talent is putting people on fire. I do it with my friends, I do it with my girlfriend, I do it with you guys maybe, right? I can put people on fire, you know what I mean? I can put a light in you, but a light! I can motivate myself like a madman. You know what I mean? I'm never demotivated because if I'm at that candle, I turn into an inferno, like on demand. You know what I mean? Knip, 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 and that's what I'm doing with you, right? So I need to be and I need to do these things, right? I'm giving you confidence. That's important. Building confidence as a person, right? And like I said, this is not arrogance. It's confidence. Don't get me mistaken. Words by the wise Zlatan Ibrahimovic, by the way. This is his quote. Alt shift. Yeah, but alt shift is too many. It's already too many things going on. Alt shift. This is my hands, and then alt shift is pinky, and no. I need to move my hands, you know, a little bit. So it's like, I don't know. Okay. All right. All right, man. By the way, also in the end of the stream, we are gonna cover something. We're not gonna do a reaction video. We're gonna react on something, but it's gonna be a tweet, and it's oh baby, it's a spicy one. This tweet is insane. It's I don't know the guy that man this cringe lord number one. Yeah, now I need to my compass again. Let me find my compass. Let me find north, just like the pyramid of Giza. Yes, I found it. So basically, yeah, so what's going to happen here is we spawning this pit, so we're going to make a map of clients, right? That's what we're going to do. And then game server. So we're going to say, let's call it sessions, right? Sessiones. There's going to be a map of, wait, are we going to, the question is, are we going to use pits or something else? Let's start with this. I don't think it's fine, but we will see later on. So we're going to say actor. What's going on here, please? Actor pits, and we're going to map that to empty structs. Just to, yeah, trick, Golang trick, because empty struct doesn't take any memory, and yeah. So we're going to allocate this map. So we're going to say sessions, make me a map of a pointer to an actor pit and a struct. Yeah. Just like that. So that's allocated. That's taken care of. Yada, 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 yada. Where are we? Where are we? Here. Then we need to do... as sessions. We're going to add... Of course, we need to... You will see. Pit equals an empty struct. We could actually do something else in there. I don't know what we could do. Maybe a session ID or something. But hey. The reason why we need that, if we want to broadcast something, we can loop over this pit, right? And then we can send. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see that very soon. That's actually it, right? For that. So basically, each time we're gonna spawn this session, we're also gonna spawn a read loop of our WebSocket connection. Very importantos. So how are we gonna do this? Yeah, here. So we're gonna say here, MSG, switch, by the way, switch, message, is going to be, it's going to be, yeah, C message. I'm gonna switch on the type, right? I'm gonna say case. Sometimes I'm too fast. Case, actor started. We also have initialized, but I wrote this framework, and I know initialized is basically, it doesn't really matter. It's basically just, it's a Fugazi. Actor initialized is a Fugazi. Right? Oh man, my eyes. GG stands for good game. Because I was a gamer, and I still am. But now I play the game of life. Farming gold in real life. Leveling up. You know what I mean? Strength, plus 10. Agility, plus 10. My social skills, plus 10. Everything plus 10. Right? Actor started. So what we're going to do, we're going to say as read loop. Read loop. Wait, do we have this? Yes, we have this connection. Yeah. Alles good. Alles klar. Player session. Session. By the way, are there any people that did the Ramadan on the Ramazan or the Ramadan, whatever you want to call it, in chat, by the way? Because I have a lot of friends. And these motherfuckers, they were basically in the gym, man. They were in the gym and they didn't eat and just training. These are crazy boys, man. They were actually crazy. A lot of respect, by the way, because, man, it's hard. I think it's hard. Hey, good job. But I think it's now a party or something, like we call it the sugar feast in Belgium. The sugar feast, and then because they've fasted for a long time, now they can basically sugar feast, right? They eat whatever the fuck they want, right? Alright, player session. So we're going to say a read loop. And then we're going to send some positions. I know it takes some time, I know, guys. We're going to say for con. No, it's not true. We could say as con read JSON data message. Fuck. This is going to be a problematic problem. Because it's... can actually return. Why do we break it? Basically, return. Yeah. So the problem is actually, to be honest, MSG. That's the problem. It's the MSG, right? Because I can send a login, but we cannot switch on it. We cannot send an interface. You know what I mean? We cannot switch these things, and we also cannot make the client an actor because it was easy with the remote. We could do then it's easy, but I mean, then you need to write your game in Golang or re-implement the whole Hollywood framework in another language. That's, I don't know about that. How are we going to fix that? Well, we're going to quickly fix it in types here. So we're going to make here type. We're going to call this message actually WS message. WS because it's WebSocket specific. Going to be a structure. You see, these things I didn't actually think about, so this is going to take more time. So we're going to say type string. No, this key. All right. New keyboard, by the way. JSON message type. We're going to copy this, and we're going to be the data itself. It's going to be a Why did you choose Golang for low latency? Does it have a garbage collector? Yeah, it's true. Golang has a garbage collector, but there are a couple things. You need to... Wait, let me first check something before I gonna... Alright, so a lot of people come, right, and they say, yeah, okay, why should Golang be low latency? Because there's a garbage collector, that's true. But you need to think about, if you write a program in something that's not garbage collector, for example, C or C++ most of the time, right? What else do you have? Java? I don't think so. Maybe you could choose Zake right now and all these, and Rust, for example. But there are a couple things, right? So you could make your C++ programming, your C++ program so complex that who's going to tell you that it's going to be faster? Who's going to tell you that you have low latency? Because it does not mean that the language is fast, that your network, the way you handle network things, the way you handle concurrency, the way you handle all these concurrent messages, if that is fast, right? If you're gonna write the game itself, I totally agree. Golang garbage collector, we cannot avoid it, right? Because at a certain point of time, you need to collect garbage. You can make pooling, you can make object pools, you can pre-allocate memory arenas, but at a certain point of time, you cannot keep allocating. You have 16 gigs of RAM or something. You know, I mean, you cannot keep allocating stuff. So sooner or later, you need to basically garbage collect, and then it's going to be a performance hit. I understand that. But so if you want to parse files or you want to make a game directly, then I would choose indeed these non-garbage collected languages. But everything that's networking involved, you need to do a lot of concurrency. How are you going to handle it in C? Event loop, okay, cool. Who's going to tell you that it's low latency? Who is going to tell that your program you wrote is log free, is data race condition free and all that stuff? Nobody's going to tell you that, right? So on paper, these languages should be faster, but in reality, it isn't. But if you take a look at, for example, Erlang, right? Erlang is basically made specifically for handling. It's the actor paradigm, right? Erlang, Elixir. These are very slow languages if you compare them with C or with Go or with Rust. But did you already look at Phoenix Live channels and all that stuff? Did you already looked at the speed Erlang can handle messages? How many? Like, for example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is built by two people, or 2 or 3 people with one server. Back in the day, one server, one Erlang server, uno. You know what I mean? So it's not always about the theoretical speed. It's also based on implementation and use case. So if we think about game servers, it's especially game server for RTS games or something like League of Legends or Age of Empires or something like that, where there's a lot of state need to be done. I think right now but Erlang is just a nasty syntax, I'm not gonna lie, let us be honest. Elixir is maybe a little bit too slow, but what else do we have? Golang, Rust, one of these two. I think Golang Rust are the more mature ones. Rust is the fastest on paper. Probably also in theory if you implement it correctly. But then you need to think about, okay, I have I have 2 people in my company. I make my product myself. What do I want? Do I want to write it in Rust because it's hipster? Or do I go for productivity and readability? Then you go for Golang. But it's also opinionated. There's a little bit of based of me. But I hope I explained this very well. I hope this answers your question. Danny Kravitz. You can disable Go GZ to amend it wrong. Not really, but like I said, guys, where I work, right, we do a lot of high-performance Golang stuff, right? The whole trading lights shenanigans is basically built in Golang, and it's fast. It's faster as trading view. It's the fastest thing. Because we do a lot of fancy tricks there. You know what I mean? We do a lot of fancy tricks. Object pooling. Pre-allocation. Reuse. Yeah, there's a lot of things. SIMD. Yes, that's true. SIMD. Yeah. Alright, let's continue. And I don't know what we're doing. So we're making this VS, man. This is going to be so fucking nasty. Okay, let's do it like that then. Oh, what am I still doing? So we're going to say the data of the message is this, and then we're going to say the type of the message is that, right? Yeah, I know it's repeating, man. I know. All right, so let's open up my client main here. Can I do something like, if I do want to log in here, up, I'm here, then I'm going to say, this is so nasty what I'm going to do, but it is what it is. The message is going to be... I actually better use protobuffer in this case, to be honest. But it is. Message is going to be a types message. Yeah. And then we're going to say that the type here, for example, is going to be a login. I know, it's no other option. And then we're going to say data is going to be, or you could use something else. I think if you use Sonic or something, you could Sonic JSON thingy. You could do get. No, yeah. This is so painful. JSON. Marshall. Yeah, Marshall. Marshall matters. Marshall matters. You're gonna Marshall this thing. If that is not nil. I'm already, like I said, I'm playing chess. I'm already steps further. You need to try to do that sometimes. I'm gonna return the error here. That's why I'm choking a little bit. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna say that the data is gonna be B. And then we're gonna say, write this to JSON, my friend. Message not declared by package. Huh? Oh, VWS message. My bad. So we're going to say WS message, right? Am I right? Okay, cool. So now, in our server main, that's a binary. We need to put that in the git ignore, by the way. In our server main, we're going to say, damn, 1 hour and 20 minutes already. Yeah. Gigi, in a previous stream you mentioned Go biggest mistake is the capital letter for export. Why is this? I don't know why they do that, and why I think it's just a big mistake. I mean, I wanna make uppercase constants. You know what I mean? WS endpoints. That's what I want to do. That's how I did it, and that's how it always will be. You know what I mean? WS endpoint. I want to make my structs capitalized. Capital. Just like this. Capital struct. You know? But now we need to capitalize things because they want to export it. Because they didn't want to do pub func or something. Right? I mean, or a func pub. Or instead of a func, you could do like this. For example, a punk. A punk is a private function and then also public. Yeah, that's true. We need to find something else. It's simple. Funcs are basically always private by default. And if you want to export your function, you call it punk. Man, hey, that's that easy. It's that easy. I don't understand these language makers. Why do you make it as complex? Just punk and func. I just invented this on the fucking fly. You know what I mean? And I know these guys from Google, right? They have nothing better to do because they have basically time to make a language. Can you imagine how much money they're just wasting? You know what I mean? If Google can make a language. It's crazy. The only reason why they made Go is basically for the telemetry. Right? They made Go, and then after 10 years, we're going to add telemetry, and then we're going to extract all your information, and then they're going to basically control your life. You know what I mean? Yes, that's what they're going to do. And sync for a secure function. Yeah. I hate it. I really hate it. A lot of things I hate in Go, by the way, but hey, the reason why I write Go is not I love the language, is just because it's easy for me to do what I need to do, right? It's one of the most easiest languages. It's so minimalistic that I know it on the top of my head. After a couple of years, you just know everything, almost. And it's just super productive. So you can, the more productive, the more money you can cash in. The sooner you can take all the money and sip margaritas on the beach. Vamos a la playa. Yeah, that's right. You know? I don't need to write all these fancy languages. Man, guys, I have games on YouTube. I have fucking full 3D games written in Unity. I write every single language. But I just want to be productive and get things done, right? I used all these funky languages, Rust, Elixir. I wrote them all. Way before they were popular, you know? Way before they were in the mainstream. Way before Primeagen made it popular. Way before. People say, oh, you're jumping on the Vim bandwagon to sell courses. I'm going to repeat it. Somebody comment on my videos. You're jumping on the Vim bandwagon to sell courses. Dude, I jumped on the Vim bandwagon before you were even born. You know, you were still in your diapers, shitting yourself at night. And you comment on my comments. You comment on my videos that I'm jumping on the Vim bandwagon. Yeah, you. I don't know. Wait, check the comments. It's crazy. This guy, I was laughing. I said, "What the fuck? Look at this. Look at this. Nobody. You know." All right. Sessions here. Oh man, we're wasting a read loop. That was the thing, right? So now the only thing we need to do, basically in this read loop, where are we? Read loop, right? So we have this, we're going to read the JSON and it's going to be the message, right? We're going to say var message is going to be a types message, right? And then here, we're going to say as handle message, we're going to do it clean. Message, we're going to handle read JSON this, undefined. I know. Wait, so each time we read that, wait, there's a read loop. We're gonna go handle this, right? Go handle message, we do this. Wait, this if the add is not null. What am I doing here? We're gonna handle this here. Right, error, return, of course, read error, yada yada, notify everybody, return, enter, clean up this function. Then otherwise we're gonna go handle this message, and there's gonna be here as player. This is going to be a good coding stream, by the way. Not previous stream was a lot of shenanigans. Player session. Handle. Yes. No. Oh, man. You can see that my attention span is also 1 hour and a half, and it's already GG, you know what I mean? I'm going to do this, and then handle message is going to be this. Going to be no pointer types message. We could do a pointer, but hey, I mean, it's small, and we're not going to adjust it, so no pointer, right? All right, now we're going to switch here based on the MSG type, right? Help. MSG type. Case. Login. Are we doing that? Yeah. If r equals JSON, no, it's gonna be unmarshal. Login. Hey! I'm getting a little bit. I need to focus up back. Right? What are we gonna do? In this case, we could actually do a panic, and the actor can restart. Right? Because this player session is a single. Let me center this real quick with ZZ. Why couldn't we do that with the server? Because if we panic in the server, it's going to reboot by the supervisor, but the problem is the server is going to bork. It basically means that nobody can connect and yada, yada, yada. So we just log and do nothing. But in this case, this is a player session. So it's a single player session. If this borks, we can restart it and start from a clean state or start from a state we're going to load from a database, right? That's what you could do. Which is why he is entertaining. Is this how he usually is? Yeah, yeah, it is, man. Check my videos. What the arrogance? It's confidence! It's confidence, man. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. You know what I mean? You need to have it in life. It's very important. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. And I can be gentle too. Trust me, I can be humble too. I am humble. Because it's thanks to you, to all of you guys, that there is me. You know what I mean? I'm nobody without you. I'd say this every single stream. Hey, but if you want to see me, if I can just turn off the camera and everything and just code, you know, if that's better. What is going on? My eyes. Case login. We do this, panic R, right? Can we do an FMT here real quick? Because what's going to happen is if you log in, we're going to set the state, right? So we're going to call this login. Let's call this a login message because it's kind of weird, right? Login MSG. MSG, right? Undeclared login. That's no problem. Unmarshal. Probably made a mistake, I think. We're going to see. So basically it's going to work. So we do this, read loop, go handle message here. If it's a login, marshal it as a login, print a login. Should be fine. There is no type hinting in my editor, by the way. What's going on here? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right quit. What's going on here? What's going on? I cannot exit Vim! Is GoPLS completely borked? Ah, GoPLS is back. Now we're here. Types message has no method or field type. I can't believe that. Oh, types message. Yes message, of course. Wait, this is going to be another types here, probably. Chat types, that's not true. That's the thing. Actually. NVM, going to be game server types. It's not importing. Something is wrong with my Go installation or PLS or something. It's Friday. I know. I understand. He worked very hard this week, over hours, working, deep burnout. I understand. He want to take some break off, but he can't. Wait. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there to get something, to get something going. I know it took us 1 hour and a half, right, from scratch. I know. I understand. Another argument is to call a marshal. Okay. Of course it needs to do the message data here, right? Yeah. And then this is not yeah. Wait, I'm gonna do it like here. Make server, just like that. Message scale not used. Okay. 33, almost there. Okay, I see. Wait, you know what? Fuck that. Alright. Boom. Server is running. Fine. Now clients. We do that here. Make clients. Boom. Yes. And see what the server is doing? Unexpected file. Oh yeah, that's normal. This is basically because we don't handle this, right? But we have James here. Pretty fine. So that basically means that we need to handle that. This is basically just because our client exited, so the WebSocket is trying to read, but suddenly it's an unexpected end of file, and it borks. We need to handle that, right? But that's fine. So now what you could do here, are we still in this? No, okay, fine. So now in our server player session, each time we handle this message is fine. Case login. What you could do here is make another function and say handle login. Right, so you have handle message where you type switch. Let's do that. But actually, login is going to be pretty simple, right? You're going to say as dot client ID is going to be login message client ID, and as dot username is going to be login message. I cannot even type anymore. Login username, right? Just like that. Boom. Right. So now we have basically logged in. Now we're going to respond, right? So what you could do in this login function, of course, you could check, right? You could check, do we have this? Is this even a player? You know what I mean? Is this even a player? Did he buy? Did he pre-order? 30% off of fulltimegodev.com. By the way, for the people that don't know, I'm building this program. It's insane. Subscribe to my channel, because tomorrow I'm going to release one video of the microservices thing where I'm going to explain what we are going to build there, right? And how we're going to do it and what we're going to use. It's going to be crazy. It's never been taught on the internet, and it's not being taught on a book. It's never been taught in no single course on the fucking planet is that being taught. And I can guarantee you on a piece of paper. And that is no arrogance. This is confidence, I swear to God. And I explain everything like I do it here. You know what I mean? There is no scripting, no copy pasting, no bored guy in a costume, No, it's me doing stuff, explaining stuff completely. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour and a half stream. Cool. Full-time GoDev contains hours and hours and hours and now. I think I don't know, maybe 100 hours or something. I don't know. It's going to be insane. It's not... fulltimegodev.com. See you there, amigos. All right. If Golang was free, it could be the best idea for Go. Maybe. Depends. Like I said, it depends. For me, I'm just used to being minimalistic. Is that the best? Probably not. Is it the most productive? Probably not. But it's just the way I did things from the beginning. And it's hard for me to get out of that zone. It's hard for me to have all tools. It's, for example, in Golang, you have these, for example, this, right? You're going to have something like that, right? There's going to be mucked a little bit. It's going to be a little bit gray. It's going to say this, something like that. It's going to tell you what type this is. And it's like, oh, it's too much for me. It's interesting, right? It's like I said, it's not that it's bad. It's just that I'm not used to it because I know these things and it trains my brain. My brain is trained like that. It does not mean that I'm smarter. It's just I'm used to it, you know? This may be wrong, but you need to think about it. If you're a child and you're riding your bike on side wheels, you're riding a bike. And you're basically more stable than anybody else. Right? You're more stable. You're probably not gonna fall off even an experienced biker on two wheels. Because you have side wheels. You know what I mean? You can be drunk, you can do whatever you want on that bicycle. Because you have side wheels. Now the question is, who do you want to be? You want to drive a bike on two wheels? Or you want to drive a bike on side wheels? That's actually a stupid thing, but it's kind of the same. What is he doing? What am I doing? It's kind of the same, guys. It's kind of the same, right? You're getting a lot of help, right? It's crazy. But hey, the guy on two wheels can be faster on one wheel, which is very cool, right? Driving on one wheel, this is actually crazy. But if you're not even can drive on two wheels, you're not even going to start on driving one wheel, right? So all the girls are probably hanging with the one-wheeler, you know what I mean? Because he's driving a one-wheeler. Hey, you need to think about that, something like that. Oh, by the way, will be shown how document whole Microsoft ecosystem. It's a pain, almost reverse engineer every 6 months, and micro don't help very much. Whoa, what's going on? Breathe air. Sometimes I have a lot of lung capacity, my man. Lung capacity. Wait, let me quickly check what's going on here. All right, let's get something going real quick, and then we can do. Then we're gonna discuss this tweet from Cringelord. What's going on, because it's crazy. I mean, I can see a lot of stuff on the internet, but this is actually this. I don't know. Let me try something. It could be that the stream is working. No, it's not. Okay, cool. All right, so what do we have right now? So basically, we have our client, which is a WebSocket connection, which uses WebSockets to communicate to the web server, to the game server. The game server will receive that, will upgrade this WebSocket connection, will spawn a player session as an actor, as a child actor, and that WebSocket connection, that player session rather, is going to start its own read loop when that actor is started, right? And that the read loop is basically going to start reading from that connection, and each time it receives a message, it's going to handle that message. That could be a login, for example. Actually, that's so bad. This is not the player session. I mean, yeah, it is. It could log in. Yeah. We need to basically we need to call the server or something, or do some authentication, whatever, right? You will see that. That doesn't matter. We're gonna see that. It's also gonna send, for example, it's a little bit. I thought we could be faster than this, but I'm so sorry for my slow progress here. But I want to show you, and we're probably gonna continue the next stream, because I really want to use this to, for example, we're gonna send positions, pickups, so we could basically make a simple game in JavaScript or even in Go or in whatever. It doesn't really matter. Simple game where we have a kind of a player, could be a square or a circle, hey, doesn't matter, Pong or something, which we could move, and then it's going to send these coordinates. It's not about the game, this is about the game server, right? So it's going to send these coordinates. We could mimic it already now, but to make it really realistic, we could implement some simple game like I don't know, Actum de Curva or something with these, you know, with these snakes, and we could send positions and distribute them, broadcast them to all our player sessions in the server, and then update, basically send it back to the clients, right? We're going to broadcast it over the server, and the servers will send that over their connection, which is attached here to this player session here. Let me go up here, up this connection, so we can write back the positions of all the players, and I can update it. That's basically what I want to build, right? Of course, yeah. But boilerplate stuff is done. Everything is set up. So what you could do, for example, is yeah, I'm gonna keep that open. Let me quickly see. Ego shooter. Ego shooter. All right. Are there any questions about this? About this, the first thing, the first phase, right? The first phase of this thing. Are there any questions? Right. I'm gonna open up this tweet and discuss this a little bit. Because right now we have everything set up, right? The next thing we could do is basically just in our client here, game client. We could make it actually in types, by the way. We could set up, for example, type. We could do a couple things. We could make a player state, which basically gonna update the state of the player at all. Depends on your game, right? For example, if you have, you could have a game where pickups, where, for example, if a player runs over something, he's gonna get a power up or something. But the thing is, do you need to send the whole state at all times, right? You could, for example, make a state here, right? A state, actually, to be honest, a player state, and there's going to be a structure. Man, what's going on here? And you could HP, for example, and there's going to be a float, but it doesn't matter. You could say a position, could be pos X. Pos X, it could be pos Y, right? I'm just explaining. You could have, for example, power up. It's going to be, for example, it could be an uint, an enum, right, and go. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of shenanigans can go in here, right? The thing is that really data driven? I don't think so, right? So what we could do is, for example, have multiple messages that are going to be sent. For example, the position is going to be updated at the tick of the server. For example, 60 tick, 120 ticks. You're going to send the position. You're going to distribute the position, basically, of the player's state. But the power-up, you're not always going to have a power-up. So you could, each time the player picks up a power-up, you're going to let the client send a message, a new message to the, instead of the position message, which is going to be sent a lot of times, you're going to send a new message, which is going to be the power-up message, which is going to be handled with a different data structure, right? To save bandwidth. You know what I mean? I hope this is clear. So what you could do is, yeah, HP is maybe important, right? Because HP. Actually, to be honest, let's call it health. And I would recommend to call this player position, right? Because you could have something else. For example, you could send another position. Actually, to be honest. Position is fine. Structure here, we're going to say x ints. Let's take ints. It's all fine. X. And you see, guys, I'm getting time to stop. Time to do some reaction stuff. Let me do this. Because I'm already thinking and I cannot think and write at the same time. JSON is going to be X, smaller case is fine. Let's do this small thingy here. Let's copy that because I'm lazy and change this and change that. So I don't need to do this bracket shenanigans. So we have position here. So we're going to delete that. Position is going to be this position. And I'm going to copy this wheel again. Again, what's going on? Paste. Paste, right? And then say position here. Boom. With a small p. Small p. Hey. Is this running on TCP? Yeah, everything runs on TCP almost. It's WebSocket. So it's basically TCP, right? So we have health, we have position. Actually, shouldn't we send position I'm thinking like some architectural decisions. I was actually, to be honest, already keen for just sending positions at all, right? But hey, player state, that's fine. Let's open up main, client main. So how this is gonna happen, right? I'm gonna do this real quick, and then we're gonna do the thing, the reaction. So We have this connection, so let's say we're gonna have some ticks here. This is gonna be our game loop, right? Or something else. And you're gonna have, you're gonna say time sleep, time milliseconds. How much times you're gonna send that? I don't know, 60. Let's do 120 or something, it's fine. It doesn't actually matter. Just pick a number, like 100. It's fine. We're gonna sleep 100 milliseconds, and then we're gonna send that stuff. So we're gonna say write JSON, and that's going to be a message. Types message. No, it's gonna be this one. Man, I also have a new keyboard, by the way, so I'm a little bit rusty. I'm so sorry. The type of this message is going to be player state. My playlist is working. Rinse and repeat. We're gonna say it's gonna be a player state, and do we have that? Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be data. Now we need to do it like that. It's so annoying. This is so annoying. Okay, let's do it before we actually continue. So we're gonna say, so you guys can see something cool. Let's marshal. Player state, is it right? Types, player state, health. Health. We're gonna say health 100 just for the sake of, and then this position. Types, position, X, rand. Int n. Wait, it can be actually 1000 is fine. We do the same thing for Y. Capital X, capital Y, Y. Health, state, marshal, state, errors. We don't care because we have speed. Speed is what matters now, and this data is going to be this B. Let's do this error because I don't want to learn you guys bad practices. If the error is not null, we're gonna basically log fail the error, call it a day. Let's kill this. What's going on here? There's a label for some reason. Help. What's going on here? Please. All right. Message again. The same mistake is going to be a WS message. And we're gonna write that out here to the client. That's fine. Let's get this error because it's Golang. If the error is not null, we are going to again log fail out this error. Right. All right. Cool. Each millisecond. So we're gonna open up the game server because we need to fix that there real quick. Game server main. Will you post it on GitHub? Yes, my man. I will post it. Of course, of course, of course. Bro, just don't be bald ever feel me. I'm bald everywhere, my friend. I'm bald everywhere. I can tell you one thing for sure. I am bald on every single piece on my body. And with bald, I mean silky smooth. Sorry, I was disturbed. All right, so this handle message, right. Let me think because We forgot something actually. Or not. Wait, I'm confused here real quick. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Case gonna be player state. I'm gonna copy this whole shebang here, like this. Paste that in. Delete this S here, the relics. We're gonna call this PS types player state and marshal image data login PS here panic fmt println PS. Gonna be the position println not declared. Print ln. Wait, this is servers here. Clear the screen. Make server. Boom. Running. Perfectly fine. Client. Make. Client. You see, I get positions. Hey. Posiciones the player. This gives me dopamine. Because this basically means that the only thing you need to do is set a position and distribute this position to other players, and the other players just update the client, and the client draws me on the screen at that position. Like I said, it's already done. Only here on my channel. You know what I mean? Only here, right? Some people cry about TypeScript. Some people cry about JavaScript. We don't cry. We build. That's what we do. And we build. Look at that. Beautifully. Alright, goed. Mooi zo. Are there any questions? Let me quickly... Let me take some breaths, man. Are we gonna build that further out, right? So we're gonna have these positions, and we're gonna make some kind of a game. We're gonna connect that, and then we're gonna see if it all works, right? If we can... if you can have multiple clients and we have a multiplayer server, and then it's basically just your imagination to use this infrastructure, right? This actor model, because we're going to have a game state, because we're not going to basically display a session, right? We have in lobby or something, but we are not going to set a position here, right? No, we're going to make an actor. We're going to make a new actor, right? And for example, we could make, this is the player session. Actually, we're going to keep coding. It's not over yet. We're going to be the player state, right? Player state. And player state is also going to be an actor, right? It's an actor that's going to hold state. What's going to hold it? The player state. For example, a position, which is going to be a types dot position, right? Or maybe you don't want to use the types position and you make your own position. I don't know. It's fine. It's going to have held, which is going to be an integer or a float 64 in your case. Depends on how you want to handle that, right? It's also going to have, for example, has pickup or velocity. We need that or something. Because why do you need the velocity? I don't know. To check if you're not speed hacking or something. But you could also check it by positions, because most of the servers will have some anti-cheat built in. Not anti-cheat. It's basically not an anti-cheat. It's a classic built-in thing, right? Where you just check your position is here and the speed of a character is, I don't know, this one. So you cannot be, I don't know, you cannot be in fucking Ouagadougou. You know what I mean? If you're living in France, you cannot be in Ouagadougou in 2 seconds. That's impossible. Is that the Groovebox team? Yeah, it is. So a velocity could also be an int, which is most likely a float, right? And then you're going to say here, each time you start a new player session, right? For example, here. Where is receive? Play session receive, right? So each time we get started, we're going to basically say, for example, C, we're going to spawn a new child actor, like this, and that's going to be, for example, a new player state, which we don't have this constructor. We don't have that, right? And it's going to be the player state, for example, player state, right? Something like that. And then it's going to be a pit, which is going to be the, for example, the state pit. right? State bit is going to be this, right? So that basically means you're going to save the state bit in your player session. So each time you need to ask something from the state or update the state, you can send it a message. And that's how the actor model works, right? If you know this, like I said, you have no clue how many companies are using that. But you don't see that on YouTube, right? Because they have no clue. Nobody knows what this is, but it's getting used a lot. Especially, like I said, distributed systems, highly concurrent systems. This is getting used, right? There's a difference between the to-do apps and this. I missed your talk about the Gorilla package. Do you feel it's safe to still use? Yes, it's safe as... I want to say something that I actually better cannot say, but it's safe. Because it's never been archived, it's never been deprecated. It's been archived 7 years ago. Why? Let me show you. I'm going to show you, right? So for the people that are still worried, for the people that are still concerned, for the people that cannot sleep, they cannot eat, and they cannot function. About the question, can I use Gorilla? Yes or no? This is what you need to watch. github.com/Gorilla WebSocket. It's still on GitHub, guys. We are good. We can find it on GitHub. Let's open this up. Public archive, right? If we take a look at this beautiful package, Gorilla... Wait, for the blind homies. 10 months ago, dropped a version of Go that are no longer supported. No big of a deal, right? That is no big of a deal, let us be honest, right? .github, we don't actually care about this. Examples, we don't care about this. Git ignore, we don't need this. Client here. 9 months ago, check error before gotcon for trace. For trace. If this commit was happened or not, nothing was changed, right? It's just, I'm gonna do a commit so we can do a commit, right? Nobody's in problem, nobody's dying, nobody is, I don't know. Client server test, that's a test file, so we're gonna skip that anyway, right? Client test compression, 7 years ago. This file is not being touched for 7 years ago. So if it's archived, it's 7 years ago it was archived, right? Test, we don't care. Com, last year, change the method name. Change the method name underline com to align the method. To netcom, to align the method. Here. Underline com, netcom. Some test shit, some stuff. Again, a commit just to commit something, you know? Hey, I'm open source. I'm an open sourcer. Oh, look at me, I'm an open sourcer. Sounds like Mikey Mouse, not gonna lie. Alright. Are we gonna do all these things or you get the point? Of course, here. Right? This is compression test com. Yeah, 2 years ago. Fix broadcast benchmarks. Useless. Change the name method. Useless. Fix typo. Useless. Fix a couple small typos. Useless. Rate limit fix. Rate limit fix. Maybe this is gonna be interesting. Let's go mod. It's from something. You get the point, right? What I want to say is that there is nothing really use context.context and TLS handshake. No breaking stuff, right? Add SOC 5 S5 support 6 years ago. I mean, this whole package, Gorilla, WebSocket, is been archived 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 4 years ago. What are you gonna maintain? What do you need to maintain is if Go goes to, I don't know, version 2 and we finally have a decent language, maybe we need to update, right? It's no problem because I have forked it and I will make sure that people really want to use WebSocket that they can fork it from me or something or can use it from my GitHub, right? If nobody's going to update the shenanigans to make it compatible. That's the only problem we can have is that Golang suddenly makes a breaking change, which it never did. That's the only problem, right? So if you're lead developer, oh, you cannot use Gorilla. Shut the fuck up, please, right? Don't listen. This is fine to use. It's safe. You can use it in production because it's how many used by 29k fucking projects, guys. This is production safe. Forever. Really. Trust me. You just need to be careful that if Golang makes a breaking change and nobody... Where is he? Elitrar is basically sipping margaritas on the beach, right? So he's not going to do it. Then we need to be worried. But it's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. Because Golang updates are basically, I don't know. Just, yeah. There's not going to change something on the syntax, okay? So I hope this is actually good content for YouTube, by the way. I can make a nice video on it and make a nice clickbait with some depression about watch out, Gorilla WebSockets will kill your project or something. And everybody going to click on it, they're going to see it, they're going to subscribe to my channel. Man, it's going to be crazy. Maybe a picture of the Prime Engine, something like that, and maybe T3 stack again. These pictures on my thumbnail, and then everybody's going taking all the money and sipping margaritas on the beach. All right. Oh man, I'm hungry. I have a headache. It's crazy. Any more questions? I'm gonna bake a steak tonight, a big steak. 250 grams, which is kind of okay, but I'm in a cut. I'm right in the cut mode right now, so I cannot. Normally I had 300 grams of steak or something, but now it's 250. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do with some little potatoes, right? And then some green beans, but like these prinsessenboontjes in Belgium. That's what we say, prinsessenboontjes. These things, that's what I'm gonna eat. Hey. But I take aside this game server, guys, it's going to be insane. It's going to be good, man. It's nice to do. It's nice to do. And by the way, again, once again, for the people that really want to level up as a Golang engineer, you guys, you can support me by going to Fulltime GoDev. Check out if it's something for you, right? I put my heart and my soul in it. It's still not complete. By the end of the month, it's going to be complete. And I'm going to release the first video of the microservice thing. Maybe I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Should I do that? Should I do that? Or I'm going to... no, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to... Everybody need to watch this video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll release this video. And... it's the first video of... It's this one. Wait. Ah! Need to be careful. Oh shit, what am I doing here? Shit. No, man. That Dutch do prinsessenboontjes or not. Sometimes I cannot basically come up with the correct grammar, right? The correct parlance or whatever you say that. So I need to fucking Dutch, you know what I mean? Damn, I forgot something. Am I getting Alzheimer or something? Ah. We're gonna do a reaction. Well, we're gonna end with that. Right? I'm gonna drop the video tomorrow, by the way. So the reaction. So something I want to actually talk about real quick is this one. And now I need to shit. I took no screenshot. Man, I'm such an unprofessional fucking content creator. It's crazy. Sneak peek for the loyal live stream views. It's true. Actually, I should do it, to be honest. But hey, it's gonna be. Man, I have glasses, by the way. Did you know that I'm wearing glasses? Not everybody see this. Or I think I have no video on YouTube like that. But there are some videos of me having glasses on. It's basically screen protectors because I have all these lights here, and then the screens, and then the camera, and it's crazy. 250 grams is small. Yeah, that's true. But like I said before, I mean, I'm cutting. You know what I mean? Do you know how much calories 200 grams of steak is? Hey boy. Oh no, now I need to find the stupid tweet from this guy. I'm gonna drop it. It's fine. It's like my energy is actually gone, so it's not gonna be the best video also. We're gonna do it next time. I'm gonna stream probably Sunday already. Isn't that amazing? 20 new messages. I made a video. I made a tweet that I'm looking for a video editor, and I got insane amount of DMs. It's crazy. I don't understand. I make a simple, nice tweet. Nobody responds, right? No. Valuable information. Nobody gives a fuck. I make a simple tweet. I'm looking for a video editor. Bam. I'm getting shebanged. I'm getting smashed with all DMs. With all scammers also probably a lot. They think they're gonna scam GG. I don't think so. I don't think so. It was actually a good clickbait thumbnail, isn't it? I was speaking at 80 viewers in the beginning of the stream. Was it good, guys? Was it a clickbait? It was not a clickbait, right? Let us be honest. Okay, this is how these things are getting made, right? This is how game servers are getting made. Don't get me mistaken. This is exactly how it goes, right? Of course, we need to add some more messages, but it's gonna happen. No worries about that. Any more questions that you want to know that I need to answer? Can be anything, because I'm gonna wrap the stream up almost. So if you wanna, maybe you could. My girlfriend, I'm streaming right now. Streaming right now, no time to talk. Sex tonight. No questions? Okay, that's fine. Don't end the stream. But what I need to do, I'm hungry. I wanna eat. I wanna eat. Oh man. Also the Porto. I bought a flask of Porto. A flask. How do you say that, man? A bottle of Porto. Man. I'm a Porto believer. I swear to God, it's so good. It's so sweet. It's sugar. It's basically just sugar. It's wine with 500 grams of sugar extra. It's crazy. And it always gets me. It always hits me, man. It's like the first glass, like, oh yes, and we're cooking food, and it's all going okay. But then the second one is bamming me. First program, of course, guys. Like I said, it's Friday. What are people doing? It's Friday, and it's 7:30, which is basically means that everybody's already happy that because they're already done working at 4. But that doesn't work like that. If you want to get something in life, you need to sacrifice a lot. Look at this! On my shoulder! Ooh, what's that? That's crazy. Look at that, it's a bowling ball. Oh man, insane. Porto, you tried to sandwich. Yeah, I know, but it's just, hey, I'm eating very clean every single fucking day, you know? I'm very busy. I have 2 fucking kids. I go to the gym. I need to work. I need to stream. I need to edit videos. I need to make a thumbnail. Then I have a girlfriend that also needs attention. Then I have soccer. I'm training the football, the football team of my son. I'm training them. So I'm also a football trainer 2 times in a week, and then once in the weekend when it's a competition. That's what I'm always doing. That's what I'm doing. So my life is very busy, and I'm eating clean 6 out of 7. I'm eating clean, and I don't drink alcohol in the weekend. In the week, I only drink in the weekends. So this stream, it's a very productive stream. A little glass of Porto. Margaritas, there are margaritas yet. That's for later on. Margaritas is at the beach, right? A little glass of Porto, cooking my how do you call it? My beef. And tomorrow it's a little party I need to go to, so I need to drink a lot, I know. But that's it. It's 2 days of a little bit of drinking. But all the rest I don't drink, and I eat clean. But clean, I mean clean. Do you bench your son? Yeah, of course. My son weighs nothing. He's 5 years. I bench 10 sons. No, that's not true. How should you? I don't bench a lot, right? My chest genetics are insane, right? I have the best chest genetics you can ever want. But I weigh 75 kilograms and I bench 105 kilo. Maybe a 1 rep max of 110. But that's a 1 rep max, and that's gonna be crazy. So I'm not the best bencher, but I'm a good squatter and I'm a good deadlifter. Compounds all the way, boys. Compounds all what you need. Don't listen to all these fitness influencers, right? With these shredded bodies and big muscles. They are all sitting on the juice. You know what I mean? They all of them. All. Everybody. 99%. Sitting on the juice. So don't believe them. Do you play chess? I can sometimes, but I'm legit not the best. I swear to God. You have beginner, I'm below beginner, you know? I can just... What's your height? I'm very small. I'm very fucking small. 173 centimeters. 173. 170 fucking 3. That's small. You know what I mean? It's small. Like you have the pool of girls where I need to fish in. It's crazy because I need to... Yeah. Girls, they want a tall guy, and I'm fucking small. 173 centimeters. That's nothing. You know what I mean? That's, yeah. Bold and small. I'm doomed. I'm doomed for life. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I much appreciate the support. I much appreciate every single one of you. Everybody, the Patreons, I appreciate every single one of you. All the people on Discord, I appreciate every single one of you. Everybody here on the stream, I appreciate you. And have a nice weekend, guys. And I see you maybe Sunday. Tomorrow is the video. Everyday video. Salute, my brothers! Squatted 100 kilo today. Rookie numbers. No, it's very nice, man. Squatting is good. And 100 kilo is already nice. That's nice. Progress in the chat. Ah, Philippe! Oh, amazing. One of my friends is basically here. He's insane. He's high. I'm half of him. You know what I mean? I'm the half. Philippe is high. And basically, he doesn't like you call him Philippe. Although it's Philippe Rahman. But you need to say Rayman. Right? The Rayman. And if you want to have some advice on how to basically conquer girls, you need to go to Philippe in the chat here. He's insane. You know what I mean? Alright, boys, girls, and everybody between the spectrum of that. I see you the next one.